Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm being super hypocritical for two reasons. So the first one is, in my last video, I talked about how I'm not a big sale person, and this is true, but here we are. It's another sale video, and that is because Mango was having a massive Black Friday sale. It may still be going on depending on when I get this video up. And I just saw a couple of things that actually I really liked. I saw a couple of things that I thought you all would really like, some like well-priced alternatives to some higher luxury items like from the Row and stuff. So thought I would do another little haul. I know my last Mango haul was not the most successful because of some downgrades in quality that I experienced. So I'm hoping that this will be a little bit better, fingers crossed. Yeah, and again, this is a nice mix of things. There's a little bit of something for everyone, a little bit of formal, a little bit of casual, shoes, jeans, pants, dresses, a skirt. So a little something for everybody. And I will just start with what I'm wearing right now, which I think is very, very chic. This is they call it the pocket tweed jacket. And there are some things that I really like about it, and there are a few things that I don't like about it. So I'll jump right into it. So first of all, the sizing. They did say that this jacket is a size smaller than normal, so to go up from your regular size. So I actually got this in a size small, and it is definitely snug. It feels like it would be an extra small. However, that's definitely the look of the jacket. The jacket reads very like military, structured, and that's really what drew me to it. However, I don't know why, because they do call it a pocket tweed jacket. It is more tweedy than I actually thought it was going to be. Let me show you the fabric up close. Hopefully you can see it. See that? Very tweed-esque, for sure. And I feel like on the website, it looked more like a smooth, kind of sturdy wool. And I actually don't think there's any wool in this, ironically. So it's 61% cotton. There is a little bit of polyester and viscose in there. So again, some synthetic materials, but it is a really thick fabric, which is nice. So the jacket is extremely structured. These kind of jackets are nice, although I will say I prefer my COS double-faced wool jacket. It's slightly more casual, it's a lot more comfortable, and of course it's 100% wool. But this one is, it's a nice thing to throw over something if you need a little bit dressier of an alternative to a cardigan. I think it looks really nice when you pair it with more casual items. So for example, pairing it with just a fun pair of jeans. And I think it's kind of a fun trend to play with, because I've tried on kind of those like tweedy old money jackets in the past, and they read a little too costumey to me. This one I love that it doesn't have any gold buttons or anything on it, so I think it actually looks really nice with some of my more luxurious accessories, like my medium Lady Dior bag. So I had a lot of fun kind of styling that up. I think it would be great for like a happy hour, little drinks. I'm feeling it now. There are like tiny little shoulder pads in it, so overall, very nice, like structured ladylike jacket, if that's the kind of thing that you're going for or that you need in your wardrobe. The only downside of this jacket for me is that, I will open it up for you. It's these silver buttons. I wish they would have just made as I will say, let me back it up. I really like the fact that I don't have to individually button each one, because I do think the jacket looks better completely closed. I think that adds to that kind of like stiff and rigidness of it. But I don't love how these are so silver. So if you leave the jacket unbuttoned, I don't think it looks very good. Personally, I wish they would have just made them like black plastic snaps so that they weren't as obvious when you leave it open. So I did just want to call that out, but that's really the only thing that I don't like about this particular jacket. I think that it's very chic looking. I was able to get my hands on it for $99 because of that Black Friday sale. It was around 50% off, I believe. So quite expensive to begin with. And now I would say probably more worth around $100, especially given the synthetic fabric mixture. I was gonna wear it honestly the whole video, and I just was getting so hot that I'm not going to. So we're just gonna wear the black H&M t-shirt for now. So hope you guys don't mind that this is boring, but it's like really, really warm in this room for some reason. So let's jump into the next two items. You've already seen one of them, so maybe we'll go ahead and jump into that. And that is this pair of jeans. So I love a mango jean, and I think that this is a great time to pick up something like this because it is a classic. And although I think their jeans are very reasonably priced already, if you can get 40 or 50% off, why not? It's great. And especially if you don't have the budget, even though I do think Levi's are a great price point and a great brand name. So I'd always recommend, you know, a Levi jean. However, I think mango jeans are actually also really great. They always have good colors that I think look really expensive and classy. So for example, I love a black or a gray jean. However, I will say this jean also comes in other colors as well. I believe it's 4 colors. So if you do like that classic, like a darker blue or a lighter blue, you can also get this jean in that color. And the thing I liked about this jean is it's a take on that classic barrel shape that's been so popular. I have quite a few like barrel pant items now. Most of them are from COS, if you guys watch my channel regularly, but I really loved that you could get this barrel jean. I love that it wasn't too balloon-esque, but you still get that nice like shape to the leg. I sized up in these. I got these in a size 4 instead of size 2 because I did want them to be a little bit baggier, but I would say that that made them baggier. If you want them to be more classic looking and more true to size, definitely get your size. So these are a 36. I definitely probably could have gotten a 34 if I wanted them to be a little bit higher on the hip and a little more cropped, which I think would be very good looking. So I do want to call out that I did size up in these pants, but I think I actually would prefer them just in my regular size, which is a size 2. And again, I love, love, love this gray color. These jeans are normally $70 and they're on sale right now for $39.99. So definitely cannot beat that. I think these are just such a great jean, especially if you're a little nervous about the balloon shape and playing with that trend. It's a great way to ease into it and see if you like it instead of just buying like a $200 jean and then end up not liking them, even though I truly do think you're gonna like them. I think barrel jeans are very flattering. I also love that you can wear them with a lot of different types of shoes. So they look really great with a boot or a ballet flat or a heel. Honestly, you can wear it with all of them because they're a little bit cropped, which is nice. So I think there's a lot of versatility here. So I wanted to pick up these jeans to show you that because who doesn't love a great pair of jeans, especially if you're on a budget. These are really good. Now, the next item is also a pair of pants, which might seem like a little bit of a wild card for 2 reasons. So first of all, they are colored. So these are a burgundy, which if you've seen any of my burgundy videos, you'll know I'm super obsessed with this color right now. It's kind of a wine color, to be honest, a little more purpley and less reddy than some of my burgundy colors of late. But they are a velvet, which is also a bit of a wild card for me, but I love these jeans. They're also flared, so they're kind of high rise and then they go out. I love that shape. Earlier in the year, I bought a pair of frame denim black flares that I think are so cute. I think they look so, so, so good with like a black pointy boot. I think it's a really sexy look that feels modern because honestly, we haven't worn flared jeans in so long. We've been focusing more on those like tapered styles or, you know, boyfriend jeans. So this like sexy, really fitted flare look, I think is great. I think this is so cute again with a pointed boot with a little sweater. This is just one of my favorites from Quince that I have on top. I think it would also look so great with like a blazer and like going out for girls' night. I just love the rock and roll feel. I really, really wish they had a matching blazer. I don't think they did at any point in time, but I think these jeans are, I don't know why I keep calling them jeans, they're pants, but I think these are so fun. They also call them corduroys online. I don't see a corduroy to be found. There's no stripes. These are just straight up velvet pants. So I don't really know what they were talking about on the website, but I really like them regardless. They also come in black, which is great. So if the this color is a little bit too much for you, having like a black velvet pant is a great way to incorporate something a little more festive into your wardrobe without feeling like you're wearing a costume. I talk about this a lot. I touched on this a little bit in my last cost video. I have full videos where I talk about dressing for the holidays without feeling uncomfortable or feeling like, again, you're wearing some sort of costume or not really yourself. And this is a great option to just insert something that is like a little more interesting than your everyday looks, but not being full blown, you know, red and green sparkles crazy kind of thing. And I got those in a size 2, which I'm very happy with. I was slightly nervous they would be a little too small, and they're definitely tight, but they're supposed to be tight. So love that I got a size 2. I think that's the perfect size. And I got them for $45.99. So I do think they were also pretty well priced. So again, if you're wanting to like play with a trend, and I think the black ones will be even more timeless. I know that burgundy color is really hot right now. So if you wanted to play even less into the trends and get the black pair, I think that's actually a really great investment piece because it's something you can wear year after year after year. Now I want to talk about this piece. This one I'd had my eye on for a little while and I was kind of unsure about it, mostly because I was just like, do I need another skirt? Not really. I mean, honestly, I don't really need anything. Let's be perfectly honest. But I love a tartan. I love a plaid. I'm so drawn to it, especially this time of year. And I really loved the understatedness of this one. I hope it shows up. I love the colors in it. It's got a little bit of brown, a little bit of like a green almost, and then black. So even though it's plaid, I think it's going to be really easy to style with a lot of the things that I already have. I also love, it's very, very soft. Again, I'm sure it's some kind of synthetic. Let's see. Yeah, 62% polyester, 33% viscose, but it is very soft. And I like that it's not too heavy. It's not too hard of like a flannel, and it's not going to be too warm. So if you have it on with tights, which I would recommend, obviously, if you're going to go out wearing it with tights. And I do recognize it's not the most innovative design. Obviously, they've taken basically just a giant piece of fabric and then wrapped it and added some buttons to it, but I actually still like that look. I think it's not like we're on Project Runway getting critiqued for this, but I think it's a cute look. I think it's casual. I think it looks so good, again, with that just little black turtleneck sweater from Quince. I also had a really good time pairing it, again, with my Lady Dior bag. This is a bag that I find I do grab more for this time of year. It reads a little more winter, a little more holiday-esque, and yeah, I just hadn't worn it in a while, but I've really been enjoying styling it recently. And I think, honestly, when I style it all together, like, this could be Dior. You have no idea. Honestly, I think it looks fairly expensive for how much it actually was. Right now, you can get it for $45. So I thought this was, again, a great piece that's a little bit festive without being kind of too over the top, if you know what I mean. So I'm super, super happy with this skirt. It's also a great piece if I'm just working from home and I want to be really comfortable and have on a little t-shirt, you know, a little sweater if I get cold, just throw it on over with, and then the skirt. And then I can just throw on some ballet flats if I'm going to go out of the house and run errands or anything. Easy peasy, and you look super put together. I just love pieces like that that are very simple and like very easy to style with other things in your wardrobe. And this one definitely checks all of those boxes. So the final clothing piece is something that was a little bit of a bummer for me. I'm just gonna say it right out of the gate. I think it's really cheap looking. I don't know if that's because of the belt. I don't know. Let me just jump right into it. So this belt, it comes with a belt, which is always a disaster. I wish they would just say it doesn't come with the belt and shave off like $5. I think the belt is quite cheap looking. Obviously, you could swap it out for your own belt, which could make it better. What I do like about this dress is the silhouette. However, the skirt, for example, is super thin. It's not lined. It's like barely finished. It's definitely some kind of synthetic fabric. I was hoping it would be more of like a heavier wool material. However, I think the silhouette of this dress is beautiful, and it is a really nice like work dress kind of thing. So if you needed a more conservative option because you work in an office space or something like that, I do think this dress is really pretty. You guys know, again, this is one of my favorite silhouettes of having like a high neck. And I think this is a very flattering sleeve length because it covers more of the arm than like a higher, like a higher cut sleeve. So I do think all of that is super flattering, and I think it skims the body really well. Again, I'm just really disappointed in the fabric choices. However, if you are working with, a lower budget, and again, you want a beautiful kind of wintry dress to be able to wear into the office and dress up and dress down, this could be a nice option. So I did want to call it out because I did love the combination of like the black top with the gray bottom. As you guys know, black and gray, favorite combo over here. So this definitely was up my alley. I just really wasn't a fan of it, especially because I believe it was actually fairly expensive. It was, this dress was originally $160, which is wild to me. It is not, you can get it now for $99.99, but I would still say it's honestly probably not even worth that. It's one of those that looks really good from afar, I will say, and it photographs well. So if you're not worried about anyone getting too close to you and like checking out the seams and everything, probably be fine. But this one was a little bit of a miss for me. Definitely the worst quality out of like everything else here for sure. And then the final piece is actually kind of what started the whole thing. So I saw these boots and I was like, wow, those are a very good replica of the Row sock boots in leather. So I will show you the Row sock boots because I have them in mesh, and that is these. I'll kind of show you these side by side. So very inspired by the same kind of look, the same aesthetic. However, obviously these are see-through, they're made out of mesh. I'm gonna do a whole separate video where I talk about these boots because I do wanna dive into details about what I like about them and how I style them and whatnot, because they have been a really great staple in my wardrobe, hence why I wanted to get this pair. So I thought this was a great alternative. The Row boots that are fully leather like this are around, I believe, $1,300. So they are quite an investment. These are also 100% leather, which is great. So I think they would be quite cheap looking if they were not. And they have a little different they have a more square toe than the Row sock boot, which has very much like a rounded toe, but I don't mind that. I actually think it's kind of fun and kind of trendy looking. And I think there's actually a little more arch support in these, than even the Row boots. They're super flat, not to spoil going into that video, but overall I think these are an absolutely fantastic alternative to the Row sock boots because they're also on sale right now for $100. So $100. However, I will shout it from the rooftops. I don't know what Mango has started to do with their shoe sizing, but their shoe sizing is crazy. So I am ordering always a size 9 now in Mango shoes because they map a size US 9 to a size 40 European size, which is bizarre to me because I really truly think a size 40 European size is actually a US 10. But every time I was ordering the 10, I was getting 41s, 42s, and they were way too big. So these are a 40, they fit perfectly. So I would highly recommend getting a size 9 if you're normally a size 10, so size down. And I just think these are great. Not to skip too much ahead into the sock boot video, but the reason I love these sock boots, and I honestly wasn't that drawn to them initially until I saw this one photo from Pixie Market where they were wearing this leather midi skirt, these sock boots, and a sweater, and it just like clicked in my mind. I was like, that is how you style a midi skirt. Midi skirts, and I've done a whole video about midi skirts because I find that you can either wear them with like heels or boots, or it's very hard to style a midi skirt with a flat and make it, other than like a ballet flat, and make it look really modern and really chic. And this is the key to pulling off, in my opinion, that really chic, modern Frankie shop style of a look is by pairing your midi and your maxi skirts with this kind of a boot. because it's almost like a Chelsea boot, but it's not too chunky. So it has that beautiful simplicity of a ballet flat, but it doesn't look too prim and proper. It kind of gives you a little bit of that modern edge that you need to kind of zhuzh up a maxi skirt so that you don't look like you're in a religious cult, if that's not the look that you're going for. And so yeah, I just found these shoes to be really, really way more versatile than I thought they were going to. They actually also look super cute with jeans, again, because they're so fitted to the foot. I think they look fantastic even with like a cropped jean, whereas like a chunkier boot, I think looks a little too masculine, a little bit too rock and roll for my liking. So I've just really found that boots like this are kind of that little missing piece in my wardrobe. So the fact that you can get one of these for like a 12th of the price of what the Row ones would be, again, especially if you're a little nervous and you're not sure if you're going to wear them or how you're going to style them, I think this is such a great option, and I love them. I also love that they're 100% leather, again, because they're going to just keep breaking in really well. They're super soft and super supple, and I think they look expensive and they don't look really cheapy like some of the other things here that didn't turn out so great. So I think this mango haul was honestly fairly successful, and I think I did a better job picking this time, even though you should still keep an eye out for all these synthetic blends. Like, I don't even know if I would go near the jackets anymore. But in general, I do think they have some fun stuff, especially if you're going for that really, really classic look, or if you're looking for a good dupe from some of our favorite pieces from the Row, or even from Phoebe Philo. They've also been kind of dipping into that pool too. So yeah, wanted to call those out, and because the Row is not in a lot of people's price point or a lot in their budget, so always great to have an alternative option. So did want to highlight those. And yeah, I hope everyone had an amazing holiday time with their friends and family, and I'll see you all in my next video.